RIN TV coverage of the 2015 NARA Conference is brought to you by the National Risk Retention Association. Courtney Woodworth reporting from the Sofitel Water Tower Hotel in Chicago, site of the annual conference of the National Risk Retention Association. This year's meeting drew record attendance, including industry professionals and government leaders, all here to discuss the regulatory, judicial, and legislative issues facing risk retention groups and purchasing groups. We kick off our coverage with NARA Executive Director Joe Deems, who took the time to share his thoughts on the conference and why it's so important. Here are the highlights.
The challenges we have are probably not terribly different from the ones we've had in recent years. For example, the soft market has been in a cycle now for a while where it's testing the ability of the smaller companies to survive financially. The regulatory scheme has improved, so the challenges on that level have actually improved somewhat because of our continued dialogue with the regulators and through the NAIC. I believe the economy is, as a factor in all of this, affects all aspects of the industry. But having said that, at the same time, AM Best and Dematech have done studies which show that risk retention groups are actually financially outperforming the traditional market. So while on the one hand it's a challenging market and it's difficult for the smaller companies to keep up the pace sometimes, the larger companies have experienced an increase in premium growth and they're outperforming. So the challenges seem to go hand in glove, as it were, with some of the benefits. And the self-management of risk retention groups, the ownership having skin in the game, the ability to control their own destiny and control their own risk management seems to be paying off. I'm very optimistic about the continuing dialogue that's going on between us and the NAIC. Senator Nelson's speech today ended on that note. He ended his point-to-point interview with me on that same note, looking forward to having an opportunity for members of their group to spend more time understanding the issues of our group and avoiding conflicts through just simple, amicable dialogue. So I'm very optimistic. I think that the senator seemed quite pleased with the reception that he got here today, and he certainly provided us with some very cogent and intuitive answers to some of the questions from the floor. The importance of the 2015 NARA Conference is the fact that we've been able to continue some of the efforts that we've been undertaking for the last several years. From our amicus program to our relationships with the NAIC, down to regular meetings with the regulators on various levels wherein we've been able to persuade and convince regulators, legislators, and people of that type, and courts as to the benefits of what it means to be a risk retention group or purchasing group and the benefit that that law provides for them. This conference is just a continuation of that process. We provide education, we provide enthusiasm, we provide knowledge and stuff that people can take back with them to their particular companies and create a better life for themselves in terms of their overall regulatory picture. So the NARA Conference is kind of the summation of a year of our activity, and so far it's going very well and it's been very well received.
For more coverage of the 2015 NARA Conference, visit the RIN TV On Demand Library.